we're back. This is AOTP with Corey and Sean.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's us.
Thank you all for paying attention to our nerd-heavy episode last week where we discussed Star Wars. This time, the Ogre gets his shot at picking a topic. And right now...
Why are you speaking about yourself in the third person?
Because I can do that. I got a microphone. Talking stick.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Yeah, what I wanted to discuss basically was the hot item as far as sports go on Facebook and otherwise is Caitlyn Clark and the WNBA. Now, I know we've done a WNBA episode before where we basically just made fun of the league.
We've done 2 of them.
We have? Oh, you know what? We have, yeah. And,
not a full one, but...
Well, we
one full one, one half one.
We had a guest on that defended very vehemently the Indiana Fever and the WNBA as a whole, and we have egg on our face this time because they got to draft Caitlyn Clark, number 1 overall in their draft.
Did she spill the skillet? Said you have egg on your face.
Yes. Wouldn't want that.
No.
But right now the WNBA is flourishing because of her, and it doesn't seem like a lot of people are happy about it, but you know, we'll have Cynthia on to rebut this or debate it later on. But I would just like to talk about it. I mean, for once, I actually watched the game and was very impressed with her skills as a basketball player.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's never going to get a man this way. I hope she realizes that.
You're probably right.
Housekeeping still remains the most important business of the world.
My bigger question is, you said that the whole league is benefiting from her. Shouldn't only her team be benefiting from her? Isn't that like match fixing then? No,
it's actually just that their viewership and their revenue has increased greatly.
From 2 to 4?
No, that was my initial thought, because let's be realistic. This show has never had a whole lot of respect for the WNBA, but apparently they're selling out arenas, and they're being forced to go to the actual NBA arenas.
They must make phenomenal sandwiches.
Yeah, that's why.
To sell out a whole arena.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to sell out a whole arena.
This is actually bad, though. How am I going to afford my entire season ticket pass for $180 if they start going to real stadiums?
Like, that's it. That's what I want to talk to. I want to get Cynthia back on here so we can discuss on whether or not the WNBA is still the working man's professional sports league, which was always my favorite.
They're gentrifying the basketball.
Yeah. They can up their prices now that they have a product that people wants to see, and that's going to affect the ticket buying. I'm sure.
What's her boyfriend think of all this?
I have no idea.
Did he tell her she could do this?
I'm a man who discovered the wheel and built the Eiffel Tower out of metal and brawn. That's what kind of man I am.
I would assume so.
Of all the shit I've read on the internet, I have yet to see that as to whether she even has a boyfriend.
Well, when he gets home from work, what's he supposed to do?
Where's my dinner?
Is he supposed to cook for himself?
She's got like a $20 million shoe deal. She can hire
And I
help.
bet they match her purse.
How's that man supposed to eat shoes?
I don't know.
That's not going to do him any good.
I don't know. I might have made a mistake on this one. Don't do it, you son of a bitch. Don't you do it. Don't. No, you know how they feel about women. Do not say. For the love of God, don't say it.
I don't see
I mean, that does follow your normal choices, so.
No. My fucking... This is why I never get to pick the topics, because when I do, we have to find some way to bastardize it. We take something positive, like the Caitlyn Clark
just situation. Like her children will be when she's not at home.
They'll be what, positive?
Bastards.
Oh. Goddamn. I love how you've taken the best female athlete to come into prominence in the last 20 years and made her a baby maker that needs to get her ass in the kitchen.
Is she really the best, though? Because haven't we already talked about the best WNBA player on the last episode?
That's the whole thing. Like, just from what I'm watching and what she's bringing to the league, the best statistical player last time didn't really draw any attention, where Caitlyn Clark had a lot.
She drew the attention of the Russian government.
No, that Brittany Griner, she was never the best player. She's just a big man thing that can rebound.
I'm calling Wang.
Caitlyn Clark, she controls the game, and I watched you can totally tell the difference between her and every other player on the court in that she is
white,
exponentially better than everybody else.
The only baskets she needs to be worrying about is laundry.
Yeah. You're killing my fucking train of thought.
She hit the t-shirt from the 3-point line.
Separated whites and colors.
Well, that's why why she's making so much of a thing is the whites are getting separated from the color.
She's according to some of the analysts, and again, this is just shit I read on the internet. According to some of the analysts, she is getting most of the attention because she's white, and I'm like, I think it's because she's just good. She's better than everybody else, but I mean, go with what you want. Call it jealousy. Call it whatever you want.
Well, she's had a lot of practice.
Well, those do get more clicks than person is good at basketball.
Yeah, I mean, here I'm trying to sing her praises, and boy,
what?
It's becoming tough. It's like I'm trying to advocate for a potential child molester.
Hey, you get your bitch ass back in the kitchen and make me some pie.
People, I'm going to be the dickhead.
Well, if you.
I don't know why we had to go there.
You know what?
Okay.
You know what? Okay.
Where's your evidence of this?
I don't know.
Show me the YouTube video that it's in.
I can show the apology for said video. And I can also show you the pursuant interview that followed that video, but we can't show you that video.
How convenient.
Privacy, whatnot.
Yeah.
Although when we eventually get a Patreon set up at some point where you can probably join for like $1 because we really just want you to see the videos and not really have money.
We care about you as a viewer of our product, not how much we can make off of it.
Right now. Later when there's like a lot of you, then maybe.
Yeah. When there's enough people viewing our product, we'll worry about money. But
when we're able to upgrade the studio again.
I like this.
I do, but that's just saying if we're able to upgrade to something better than this, then it's like, all right, we got a decent amount of people.
Okay, back to this. I'm trying to compliment women's sports, and I'm being slapped in the face with blatant sexism.
As she's going to be if she don't get her ass back in there.
Get back in the kitchen.
Get that sandwich made.
Quit simping for women.
She's not going to bang you. I'm just saying.
I'm not.
She's not going to hear it and bang you.
She's way too young for
White
me. Anyway,
Knight.
Sorry. You know what? Fuck this. Let's talk about another one, but on the other side of the spectrum. And I want to hear you make a sexist joke about this. That Leah William Thompson guy that tries to swim with all the girls.
Thomas.
I guess I must have drank a lot of water on that lap.
Whatever his fucking name is. I don't know. It was,
he was too busy looking at the pictures of him to actually look at what the guy's name was.
Yeah, I could care less what his name is. All I know is he's trying to pretend like he doesn't have a wiener in his bathing suit.
That's true.
That's a disadvantage to him though, because he's less streamlined in the
he's
water.
not aerodynamic. There's a lot of drag going on there.
I would have assumed that, but hell, he's 400. He was ranked 462 as a man, and he's number 1 with a bullet as a woman.
Well, yeah.
Well, it's because we're physically different, yes. But what I keep reading online about him is that he is banned from trying out for the Olympic team because he wants to try out for the women's team, and the Olympic committee is like, "You're a dude."
That's because other countries have common fucking sense, and they, and they're like, "No, you're a dude. No, I identify as one. Oh, we understand, but you're a dude. You have a penis.
Yeah.
You have 25% more muscle mass. So,
yeah. I can just see him trying to present his case to the Russians. It's like, your broad shoulders and your Adam's apple lead me to believe you will not be swimming with the ladies.
Off to the front with you.
It's like, yes, you do look like our women, especially from Chernobyl.
We have broad women, not that broad.
No, they have no penis.
Like, no penis, no Adam's apple, no chest hair. Well, minimal chest hair.
Big hands, though.
Big hands, very big hands. Good for swimming, not that good. It's like, yeah, that kind of shit. It's like the Caitlyn Clark thing. It's like you want to say nothing but good things because of what she's doing for her sport. Leah William Thomas is just everything he's trying to do to fuck up women's swimming. And he's presenting himself as like, well, I just want to be recognized for who I am. Well, who you are is a guy who thinks he's a fucking woman, and he realizes that he can't compete against men, so...
You know what? No, I got respect for him because he's playing the foil. He's giving those women a challenge to rise up above so that when they beat him, they can say... I overcame this man invading my space to take the gold, and then they'll hear their alarm and wake up.
I was a poor excuse for a woman.
And they'll be like, man, that's my dream, is to beat that guy.
Did he just fucking... He went devil's advocate and then pulled the rug out from under us? It's like, then their alarm goes off.
That's their dream. Their dream is to beat him. So I say we let them chase their dream.
But the whole thing is...
He's like a Hydra. You don't know which head to go for. You
know? No. It's like... chop off one, two grow back. But it's like with him, it's... the whole fucking thing is, it's like the women are never going to beat him because as a man, as a trained swimming man and athlete... He's always going to have the leg up on the women.
Men are just better than women.
Well, no.
Physically, it's just they're stronger. And, I mean, this is not just in swimming. I mean, this is any sport.
Men, they've found scientifically men grow 25% more muscle mass naturally. Now, that is not to say that there are not women out there that can outlift or outfight men. There are.
I was so weak and frail back then. I couldn't even tear a telephone book in half.
There are.
The problem is if you took your average man off the street and found an average woman off the street, the man would beat them 9 times out of 10. And the people who support Leah Thomas and like Fallon Fox and all these assholes that are
Who's Fallon Fox?
Was the MMA male fighter that was fighting in the female division and like
that's just fucking
and breaking orbital sockets but then
I can't fight men, so I'm gonna fight women.
And well, then what was funny was later a woman actually did beat Fallon Fox, but the way that she did it was she came around and got him in a rear naked choke, and that's the only way. But Fallon Fox, every fight against a woman was lasting like 12 seconds into the first round. He was literally hurting women like
that, and that makes him a disgusting piece of fucking shit.
Yeah,
but
and
it's like if this were possibly to go the other way, like women competing as men. It's like I saw where one woman who transitioned to a man.
They tried, it didn't work.
Tried to start up a boxing career with guys. Didn't work.
She's getting crayons for her birthday the rest of her life.
Well, you also have that, and this isn't so much like a competition thing, but you have that, like, men and women are just, even the meme aside, built different.
Yes.
Like, you had that one woman who was like, I'm going to go ahead and secretly live my life as a man for 2 years, and it was so different from what the woman psyche is built for that she killed herself afterwards. She's like, it wasn't like she killed herself during it. She's like, I finished it, I put out a book, and now I'm killing myself.
Yeah.
Women, they're better nurturers.
Here we go.
They're better at scrubbing. See? And
he's going fucking Andy Kaufman now.
And flipping the pancakes, for the breakfast, and men are better. Everything else, but no, the proponents of this
are men really
this
worse at those things,
Leah
though?
Thomas, all these people who are saying that oh no, it's okay that men are in women's sports and all this shit.
It's not.
All they're doing is they're showing that even when it comes to being a woman, men are better at it.
That's not what they're showing at all.
They are showing.
We play it differently.
That's genuinely what
society.
It's what
has said
no,
that's
and
real.
I'm talking about proponents of Leah Thomas swimming with women.
Well, but
that's what it seems like they're trying to say.
What they're trying to say is we're better at this sport. Obviously, what they're like, we're better at this sport. Like, say the drag shows; those are the guys that are like, we're better at being women than women. But
no, the people who like that, because that's what it comes down to, is like they're okay with it. Is same thing. There was a shot putter who was male.
There was a power lifter.
Yeah, and
an Olympic power
the power lifter like shattered every women's record, shattered, and didn't just shatter it. Like there had been women who were competing, and they were literally going like a fourth of a pound heavier shit, like half a pound, little bits, and then this sumbitch comes along and shatters it by like 200 pounds, and then it comes out like he's proud, like.
That's the whole thing. These guys they can't compete with men. They can't compete on an even playing field, so they're just bitches, and they're like, oh, I'm going to compete with women, or I'm going to fight with women, or I'm going to power lift with women. It's like, are you fucking serious? It's like, all they are is pussies that they can't hang with men, so they just try and change to another game. It's like, guess what? Your dick and balls will always keep you out of them in any logical, society. So fuck off.
Well, that's why I actually respected Serena Williams, because she comes out and the interviewer that she was with was sitting there trying to say, well, no, you're the best in the world. You could beat any man. You could beat anything. And she said, no. She said, I consider myself a good tennis player, but if I went up against a top, a high rated tennis player or male tennis player, he would crush me.
For me, men's tennis and women's tennis are completely almost two separate sports. So I'm like, if I were to play Andy Murray, I would lose 6-0, 6-0 in 5 to 6 minutes, maybe 10 minutes.
She actually, when
Serena Williams,
she put out the challenge. And I thought it wasn't even a thing where it was like, I'm calling you out, person, but just a thing where it's like, she said, I could probably beat somebody outside the top 200.
Sure.
And if you're looking at one of the best women tennis players in the world, you're like, yeah, that makes sense, beat top 200. And then the guy who's 208 shows up, has been day drinking all day, been out doing other stuff, shows up, beats
the shit out of her.
Beats her and her sister back to back.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's it. The Williams sisters, nobody's denying, they are both phenomenal tennis players. They are, nobody can argue, they are two of the most talented tennis players on the earth. But it's just that males are biologically made differently to where we excel in physical activity like that more so than women.
It's science.
And these assholes gotta fucking understand, they just have to accept that at their fucking male mediocrity.
Maybe they're just intimidated by my sensual femininity. I mean, you know how girls can be. Jealous.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm superior when I'm fucking swimming against a woman half my size and a quarter of my muscle mass.
It's actually like really annoying because it takes away from the woman being able to say, I'm the best. Because when they say I'm the best and you have some dude randomly being like, well, a guy could do that better. You're like, well, yeah, but she's obviously not referring to the men's stuff, you idiot. Yes. But now that they're letting men in, it's kind of, every time that you say you're the best, there's some dude who's LARPing a woman that's over here being like, actually, I'm better. And you have crazy people that are like, that's a woman, so yeah, they are better than you.
Like, that's... I just got this vagina that my buddy made on his 3D printer, so now I'm going to compete with women.
No, it's more like I'm getting my vagina in like a couple months, so just
yeah, it's a joke.
Yeah,
and these guys need to be stopped. But hey, keep up the good work, Caitlyn. You're doing great. I don't give a shit what this asshole. And you're going to say you're sorry before the end of this episode.
What?
He's sorry that she has to play basketball instead of being at home in the kitchen.
I know she would much rather
be a homemaker.
Yes. And bear her boyfriend's husband's children.
What if she doesn't have a husband or a boyfriend? She just got out of college. She doesn't need a boyfriend.
Is she a communist?
Oh, God. Say you're sorry.
I'm sorry.
We'll see you next week.